Okay, we want to talk more about these scams. And for that, I'm joined by Keith Elliott. He's a certified fraud examiner and the CEO of Reed Research Investigation. Keith, thank you for your time. I feel like we've heard of these scams, the grandparent scam as it's known, for probably almost 10 years. But the idea of using AI-generated voices, that's another element to this. Can you talk to us about how it works?
Yeah, it's a little concerning. AI is readily available online. Free apps are presented about it on a regular basis. There's a variety of pieces that are in play there. Your voicemail has your voice on it. If someone was going to imprint your voice, those random calls that we get where individuals say, hey, can you call me back? People call back. They don't know what that is. They can record a voice. With social media out there, all of our connections are interconnected with respect to, we know who our family is, your parents are identified, your grandparents are identified, people wish you happy birthday. All those elements out there are in the public ether. And when with that generates information that the fraudsters and the scam artists utilize to facilitate these frauds, and now are utilizing AI to assist in that process, whether it's replicating a voice or going through the process of duplicating the email and things along those lines.
So Keith, how do you protect yourself? How do you keep your voice from being, I'm going to say, stolen? I mean, someone copying it and using it for these purposes. Yeah,
so stolen's a great word. I think it's accurate. It's being violated. I think the simplest things is shorten your email. Hi, it's me. Leave a message. Don't answer calls that you don't know. Don't engage in conversations. It's hard on social media when younger people live on the likes of TikTok and Instagram, and they're constantly posting, and there's voice and images about that, so they're readily available. Try to limit your profile on those pieces. And then I think the bigger piece is educating some of our elderly on those elements. Some of the recommendations I make often when I teach to seniors or general communities through the Association of Fraud Examiners or International Association of Financial Crimes Investigators is the KISS principle is keep it simple, silly, and just work on the basic principles of the fact that we don't know what we don't know, but the fraudsters don't know what we don't know as well. So if you're suspicious, say, hey, Jess, how was your vacation in Jamaica? She's like, oh, Grandma, don't worry about that. I'll talk to you about that later. But right now I'm in trouble. And Jess never took a vacation in Jamaica. Or how's your brother Mike? And I don't have a brother Mike. So instantly the fraudsters will say, oh, he's fine. And they jump to the next conversation because they try to control the conversation. So with those elements.
Sorry, go ahead. I was just going to say, I think that's the kind of advice I can imagine myself talking to a grandparent, and it's similar to the kind of advice you as a parent might offer, younger children, in terms of, who can I go with? You have a password, a code word. Do you remember? I don't know, but I think I like your idea better.
Yeah, just if you give some false information, the fraudsters are going to agree to it. Quite simply, is they're just going to say, and it's false, so therefore the call is fake or fraudulent. And the simplest thing is you could just set up ahead of time and say, hey, Grandma, just so you know, whenever I'm going to call you, I'm going to ask about your cat, Peaches. And I'm going to say, how's Peaches? And if I don't say that, then it's not me.
Yeah. I understand you have personal experience with one of these kinds of calls. I do, too. My grandfather was once very nearly scammed out of a lot of money. But what can you tell us about your experience?
Yeah, so I have a family member that was, hi, Mom, it's me, and I've been in a car accident, but it's nasally and it's not sounding like the person that it should be. And ultimately, it's to the point where they're like, hey, I need cash, and can you send this? And I've been in a car accident, I've broken my jaw, much like this one. I rear-ended someone while I was distracted on my phone, and same scenario. And here in Ontario, the OPP have disbanded a unit that was doing that on a regular basis, and they're bouncing around. And it sounds like that similar play is now in play in the West and being facilitated from similar actors or similar plays.
That's certified fraud examiner, CEO of Reed Research Investigation, Keith Elliott. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Have a good night.